Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
That's your Amber Grand.
And this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And today's guest, we have DJ Aye Boogie in the building.
Boy, stop, man.
Listen,
y'all?
You special guy, man.
Thanks, sir.
You been moving and shaking in these streets for a long time.
I don't even feel that long, man, but thank you.
And your journey is well documented. You everywhere, every day, every major event. If it's not DJ Aye Boogie, I don't know who it is.
Oh, man, dang. I appreciate
seriously.
that, bro. It don't feel that way from this seat, but
For real?
Yeah.
They say when you in it, you can't really feel it like that.
Nah? Just feel like every day to me, further.
Man, I mean, when I say you really get busy, I'm talking you didn't DJ for celebrities. You DJ for all the major events in the city. Whenever the celebrities come out and they at the strip club, if they at the sneaker store, literally everywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. The radio station.
Yeah, I mean, if you listed that way, yeah, it sounds like that.
It's a long list, right? It ain't even anything. We ain't even start yet. We just skimming the surface. I'm just giving them the crumbs.
You warming up.
Yeah.
Cooking up.
Cooking up for real. So I like to start with the beginning. You know,
Okay.
Cooking Up is about helping people see everybody go through a lot of things on their journey. So I want to know about your journey on your way to greatness. When did you start DJing?
I probably started DJing in 2010.
2010.
I was DJing in like 2010, kind of like out of a necessity. You know, me and my brother had a clothing line at the time, and
Billy Abstract?
Billy Abstract, yeah, that's my older brother. Older brother too.
He your older brother? Yeah. Y'all look like twins.
I get that.
I really wanted to ask. I'm like, yo, I gotta know, is these dudes twins?
No. We just, we.
And your birthday close, right?
7th and the 12th, yeah.
That's
July 7th and
ridiculous.
the 12th, yeah. Crazy.
I'm like,
you know
yo.
what I mean? No, but we're not twins though. That's my older brother. But he was the one that always just kind of like taught me, like vertical integration, like keep everything in the family. You know, like so we had a point where we needed a photographer and a DJ to kind of like push forward what we were doing with the clothing line. And he was like, I'm gonna get the camera. You got the music.
Right.
And, it started like that.
And y'all started the clothing line in 2008, right?
Yeah.
So Abstract Thought started, and it was like t-shirts and everything like that. And y'all went far with that as well.
Yeah, it was like a lot of placement. It was before like the whole like Instagram digital era, kind of like that, So it was just like a lot of on the ground, like a lot of movement in terms of like making sure you knew who was the fly people in the city, who was the stylist, who was this. Like it wasn't just, posting it on Instagram and then everybody just rock with you. It was kind of like you really had to go to New York, shake hands with the right people, know who the buyers was, know who the people that, style certain artists, and, you get a call. It was like, yo, you got an opportunity to be on this particular set with this particular, we can get you placement on this. So we used to, we gotta go to Brooklyn real quick, jump on the we call it the Chinese bus, $20, up the turnpike, drop the clothes off. Hopefully you get a pic. If not, you know what I mean? But this was before Instagram, you know what I mean?
Right.
This was before.
So a pic didn't mean that much.
It didn't mean nothing. So it was like all the stuff that we had did with the clothes, like it was kind of like everybody didn't really realize back then, like content. Nobody really was like content. It was just kind of like, yo, can you get a flick with this joint? If you did, you didn't. If not, it was like, yo.
And you was moving and shaking before people was taking flicks. So you got a story that people can't even see. Yeah,
it just, you know what I mean? Instagram only gonna go back to where it started, you know what I mean? But a lot of people was doing stuff before
that.
But.
So 2008, y'all started the clothing line and you became a DJ from that, and it seemed like, I guess your notoriety picked up at the same time like the clothing line is picking up, like everything was ascending all together, it seemed like. Yeah,
we was like trying to like push it like a machine, you know, like try to like make it so that like, if the clothes was the thing that everybody knew, if they didn't know DJ Aye Boogie, they knew the clothes. So it was like, rather than, beg the promoters at the time to let me DJ a gig or what have you, me and my brother would just be like, we're gonna just do our own events, no matter how small they is, no matter who come, no matter if it's not quote unquote popping or the thing to do. It was just like, yo, this is my little platform to DJ. You know what I mean? This is my little event. I'm a DJ, and one by one, certain people start finding out, certain people start coming, and it was just like, yo, don't ever lose sight of the goal. That's the first gem we're gonna drop. The goal is like whatever it is that's pushing you, if it's bigger than you, then so be it at the time. You know what I mean? Like, like cooking up, whatever this is, you know,
Right.
like if this is the thing that's people going to know, Smooth and A, it's like, all right, cool, y'all know cooking up,
Right.
you know, like, so if you knew Abstract Thought, that was all that mattered.
That was your main goal.
Yeah, you ain't have to know who A Boogie was or Billy Abstract.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know, so that was our first thing is like, yo, you can't be bigger than what is actually,
Than the mission.
Than
Can't
the
be bigger than the mission.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, I guess for layman terms, like it's about the team. It ain't about the franchise player.
Right,
like I wasn't
right.
trying to go for the big contract. We was trying to get the Super Bowl, the World Series. We wasn't, you know.
And it just was falling in place as you went. That's crazy.
For sure.
So you were working while DJing, and then you quit your job about what, 2012?
Like 13.
2013?
2013. I had got an opportunity to DJ for Ty Tribbett.
Okay.
And, you
I
know,
seen
quiet
that.
as it's kept, you know what I'm saying? Obviously gospel singer, but we wasn't a like turned up party. I don't want nobody to take this clip and be thinking we was going crazy. Like, no.
Right.
It was just like a birthday, you know, his wife was like, yo, we just want to have something chill, private, you know, no vulgar music, nothing like that. Just kind of like old school, Kwame, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and, you know, I had went in my director's office. I was like, yo, I got an opportunity to DJ for Ty Tribbett. And she's like, you know, well, you at work right now. I'm like, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so like they
this
wanted
is-
you to be at work during the time?
I mean, I was at work when I got the call, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, you gotta be
you
here.
gotta come down type
You gotta
vibe.
be here by a certain time. So it was like, how you gonna make it to, you know, deep Jersey if you don't get off work till 5 o'clock? So it's like, yo, something gotta, and you know, slowly but surely it was like, all right, go ahead. But then like, it's only but so many times, you know, any corporate job is gonna help you.
Keep letting you
Just
chase
keep
your
letting
dreams.
yeah. So it's just like, you know, eventually it just got to a point where it was like, yo, you got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go this way or you gonna go that way? Cause you can't, you know, you can't do both. Even if you try to do both, it's like, yo, you DJing until 3, 4 in the morning. You gotta be at the desk by 8 a.m. It's just you can do it once or twice, but you
Right.
ain't gonna be able to do that.
They're not gonna
consistently.
keep letting you
Yeah.
slide like that. Cause they don't care. They really worried about their money.
Oh, yeah.
They worried about their pockets. We ain't out here to help you chase your dreams.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, we giving you the steady paycheck. This is the initiative that you need to put forth, not,
Right.
you know, what you think or what your aspirations is
Exactly.
over there.
Did you have any second thoughts or regrets at the beginning when you first?
Nah, man. 2013 is crazy because I did an event recently. Shout out to Black Is. I did Black Is. And just looking out into the crowd, it was like so many people that remember me when I used to work for University of Penn. And it was just like, you know, I'm like, yo, March 2013, I walked out that office, that cubicle, I never looked back. You know what I mean? So imagine seeing somebody in the crowd that ain't seen you since you sat in the cubicle.
That's crazy.
You know, and now it's just like they in front of you, so it kind of like brought everything full circle in that one moment, you know, on the stage. Even if it wasn't for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't nothing that I broadcasted or said like at the event, but while I'm talking to y'all, I'm gonna just tell you like,
Right.
in the course of DJing and you focused on keeping the energy and everything, you see this one person just smiling at you like, oh my, you know what I mean? My whole mind just went to like, you know, University
Flashbacks,
of Penn, suits and ties, biometric scans, because you gotta, you know, scan in every day and let them know you're here on the clock. And I'm just like, dang, after all these years, like,
Now we here.
yeah.
So, quit your job. You started throwing an event. Emma Line.
Emmeline. Yeah.
So that was your first event that
Grandma's
you,
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Emmeline was the venue, but Grandma's Kitchen was the name of the name
event.
of the event was
Right.
Grandma's Kitchen. Yeah.
And that was like you and your brother.
That was like one of our
together.
first joints, you know, and that was like, I guess like now, you know, in 2022, 2023, people will call it like consumer engagement, you know what I mean? Or experiential marketing and all that, but we didn't.
Like,
We
so
didn't
it
know
was
what
like
that
where you
It was like,
vibing with your customers type situation?
it was kind of like the same way you do this podcast. Anybody could set up, you know, a podcast in the studio, but yours
Right.
actually has some type of engagement, some type of theme, some type of, like, we literally in the kitchen, you know what I mean? So
Right.
my thing is like anybody could throw a party, you know, anybody could throw like yo, it's your birthday, come get drunk and do whatever, but it's
Come
like
turn
to
up.
have an event that actually has like a focus. So it was like, Grandma's Kitchen was just like the play on like coming down Saturday and, you know, your grandma in the kitchen and you always got the radio playing. You just never know what you're gonna hear. So some days it might be Marvin Gaye, some days it might be gospel, some days it's gonna be old school Cheryl Lynn, some days it might be Houdini, you know what I mean? So it's just like every day you just be like, so we was just playing on like, yo, what can we do that like is gonna capture people's attention and have people like, all right, I'm gonna come out for this. You know, like instead of just being like, all right, every day we coming out because it's drinks and $2 Tuesday. It's like, what can I do that's, you know, so, and then me still trying to grow as a DJ, it was like, all right, well, if I do, you know, Grandma's Kitchen as the event, then I could use all different recipes to indicate what music is going to be played.
That's hard.
You know what I mean? So it was
That's
like,
super
all right,
hard.
you know, on today's menu on Tuesday is oxtail, so that meant I'm playing reggae. Fried chicken, I'm playing hip hop and trap. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Like if
super
it's like
dope.
beans and rice, all right, I'm gonna mix in some salsa. But mind you, I'm
Yeah.
DJ Aye Boogie back then. Like ain't nobody really paying no attention, and nobody really worried about what consumer engagement is. Like
Right.
I didn't even know what it is until it was like now I'm sitting here talking about it. But just back then, it was like, yo, how do you create something that people want to come to because it's like, you know, I'm here for this.
Right.
Not, you know what I mean? The cool factor of being the cool DJ is going to wear off soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to be the cool face, the whatever. It's like, all right, that's going to get you in the door. But what's going to keep people like coming back?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, the music. Like, all right, I can
Yeah.
get dressed and you going to be like, oh, that's a dope outfit. But it's only as dope as your last outfit. So
Right.
it's like, you know what I mean? The event was kind of like, all right, similar to how we had Abstract Thought. Like if you could put something that's bigger than you in front of people, then it's like, yo, you ain't gotta worry about whether it's me, you don't like my DJing.
They
If you
coming
just
for
know this party, you could hear all types of music and see all types of people. And it would be like, you know, socialites all the way down to like the hipsters. You know what I mean? Anything and everything in between. Like the crowd that I always brought out just always put people that usually wouldn't be next to each other together. And that was one of the things that like launched me earlier.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Grandma's Kitchen.
Grandma's Kitchen. So then y'all started opening stores. Abstract Thought, y'all got a store, KOP.
Yeah, we did a stand in KOP during Christmas season. That was like our thing. We knew that like, you know, in King of Pressure, like, you know, it's liable to be 1 million people come
Yes,
through
sir.
the doors, you know.
KOP be retarded, especially holiday season back then too. Like this like before everybody was ordering everything online.
This
and
is
stuff.
before the online wave
Yeah, you
went
had to go
crazy,
to the store
you know what
for
I mean?
real,
You
for
really
real.
had to be in King of Pressure. And it was like, once you get in them stores, the lines is long, the discounts is there, the aunts, the uncles, the moms, just
You
any
run
and
into
everybody.
everybody, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just like, yo, we could, you know, take our clothes and put them on, you know, one of those stands that you see pop up. And that was like my brother's vision, like always taking like, I don't want to call it weird, but just always taking a space that you normally wouldn't think to do something and just kind of like just letting his creativity just go. So it's like, imagine Abstract Thought, you know, imagine like a cart in the middle of the mall and it's like you got a BMX bike hanging off of it one way, you got pictures hanging off of it this
that's
way.
crazy.
Like, so it was just like, you know, it was always something to like for people to stop and look at and be like, you know, what's this? And it was kind of like we used to use the t-shirts as kind of like an undertone. Like once you see all the art, you stop and you're looking like, what's this? And then you see 4 t-shirts folded under and now we got you.
Now you
know
got
what I mean? Like
hook, line, sinker.
always. So that's what, like, if you taking anything for what I'm saying, is like, yo, everything was always bigger than me. You know what I mean? Or always bigger than the individuals. Because people just, they gonna like you. They're
Right.
tired of you. You know what I mean?
But you
They
gotta
like
give them,
but
you gotta give them more than
something.
that. Yeah.
Like whether you like me or not, you gonna like the fact that this cart that you walking past is catching your attention. Whether
Right.
you like the 2 dudes
They're selling it.
that's
yeah.
selling it or not. Whether it's like, oh, I know him or I heard him, whatever. So, and maybe that's a Philly mentality that you grow up with that kind of thing in the back of your head. Like I always got to worry about like who don't like who don't like what.
Yeah.
Like every city ain't like that, but
Some
our
people
city.
just support the support, but it definitely is a Philly thing where it's like, you know, some people might not mess with you, but are they gonna mess with the product, or
Right.
they gonna choose not to mess with the product because they don't
it's
mess
you.
with? Yeah,
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I never wanted to. I didn't want to ever like handicap myself or anything that we had
by
going
having
on.
it so attached to yourself.
Right. So
Because you
any-
are gonna
yeah.
have people that, you know, that
Yeah.
hate.
For right or wrong.
Just don't
Right
like
or
them just
wrong.
because. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a podcast, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why they put him on Cooking Up? Why they interview Boog and not me?
And
And
now they don't want to support nothing you do.
it just is what it is. So
Yeah.
it's like, yo, if I anything that I do or try and put, you know, forward, it's like, yo, how can I put this? And it's like, yo, be behind the scenes. Some of the most successful people, you don't even know who they are.
That's a fact.
And that's the best way. I ain't gonna say the best way because that's real subjective. You know
No,
what I mean? But
I agree though.
my
'cause
opinion.
I always, one of my things when I was, you know, like starting businesses was like I wanted to be far from attached, you know what I mean, from the situation as possible because I don't want it to be ran like you said. I don't want it to just be associated with me. And now if you don't like me, you're not coming. I want this to grow bigger than me as well because we do live in a society where people judge you. So if I want to, you know, market to a certain type of class, if they look at me, now you trying to judge my business. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I want this to stand alone on its own. Exactly. You know what I mean? And you judge the business based off the business, based off the product. So I think that's one of those things. And I feel like you always dig it. I don't know what it is about you. Got great charisma, like, you know, your style, everything. I guess you add like this nice touch to it. So it brings like this almost like, you bring almost like the celebrity to DJing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where you make it the cool thing to do. Because I feel like at some points it wasn't always the cool thing to be the DJ. Right. And now it's like, nah. You know what I mean? Like I'm the flyest DJ you ever gonna meet. Like,
and you know that's actually like it's like the gift and the curse because it's unintentional, but it's just like, you know, like one of the things that I think I learned from just being, you know, in the game is just like, yo, like I'm never gonna let anybody make me feel like I shouldn't, you know, take advantage of anything that I work for. You know what I mean? Like people sometimes have a tendency to like look down on you just because you ask for what your value is. You know what I mean? Like, who do you think he is asking for a raise? Why not? Like, I come here every day for 40 hours a week. I ain't never been late. All my jobs is done. You know what I'm saying? I handle everything. I'm reliable. My team like me. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas season. I got kids. Yo, throw another $1, $2 on my weekly. Can you believe he asked for a raise? How dare he ask for it? You just look like, bro, what? Yeah, that's so with me, it's like, I don't even mean to walk into certain buildings a certain way or carry myself, you know, any way that like is condescending to somebody else. But it's like, yo, I work to, you know, get to where I'm at. You know what I mean? And if I go anywhere outside of the city, this is the level of service that I receive. Why do I gotta come back home and dumb down everything? Right. You know what I mean? Like just I seen A at the, you know, awards, BT Awards, we all vibing. Like, bro, everybody don't get the chance to go there, you know? But if I get there and they escorting me to my seat, they making sure I'm drinking, they making sure I'm cool, they making sure that I gotta come home and then, you know what I mean? It's like fend for yourself. Like, or it's like, yo, you go on tour, you don't even gotta do nothing. Like the moment I want my laptop raised higher, I tell two people, yo, can you bring my laptop up? And they do it. I come home and it's like, yo, I don't really wanna take $200 to DJ on the edge of the bar. Damn, he Hollywood. Why am I Hollywood? Because I don't want to DJ on the side of the bar. I want to be comfortable. I don't want nobody spilling drinks on my laptop. I don't want nobody pushing me, bothering me. It's like, you know what I mean? Yo, he Hollywood. You gotta elevate at some point. You can't be subjecting yourself to the same things that you did when you was a beginner or a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve a certain type of service. You know what I mean? The same way they gonna want a certain type of service as well. So you want something from me, I need what I need. And to be treated as such. And you know what I'm saying? It's just a saying that some people take that as a, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he think this or they think that or what have you. And it's like, nah, you know what I mean? It's never that. It's never somebody think they better than you. It's never like, oh, you know, like even how you saying like, yo, you added a celebrity. Cause some DJs will be like, oh, Boog here. Oh man, did it? Like, all I did was walk. I literally sometimes gotta walk in and just be like, yo, just so y'all know I'm just here. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cause just by your presence being there. I ain't gotta step on no toes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just by walking in, it's like, yo, you this, you that. Like imagine she walk in the club and it's like, oh, she about to bartend now, or she about to host now, or she, and it's like, yo, I came to enjoy. It's something about owning your energy. When you own your energy and you own your, you know what I mean? What we always say, when you own your value, like when you know what you bring to the table, you know you special and you carry yourself as such. Some people can't handle that. And I think some people can't handle it just because they just don't believe in themselves enough. Or you know what I'm saying? Or they don't feel like they got that. They mad that you got that and they don't got that. For sure. And it's like, man. I feel like people from your hometown always see you as what you are. Sometimes they be stuck up seeing a little bit of what you used to be. They don't really put the full respect on it. And people that just meet you, they see you for what you are, not what you used to be or how before you grew up. They see you for what you are and they accept that. I feel like that's why it's easier when you're outside of your hometown. People see it on you more. They don't try to deny it. That's why the first thing they bring up when you see them, man, I remember we used to have that Honda with the hubcap in the back. You know what I mean? They start giving you that dress. People can't wait to call me Aaron. If somebody call me Aaron, it's like they making it known, like they know me before, you know. So I done been in the club, Aaron, you be like, come on, bro. You know, you know Aye Boogie right now. But it's just like people love to do the, you know, I remember when and what have you, and it's like you don't, you know, I honestly I don't take it personal. Or I never like you never really see me act out of character in the cities, but it's just like you to your point, like man, you just gotta like you start the race how you want to finish it. You know what I'm saying? You set yourself up the way you want to be, you know, looked at. Like I got certain things where people are looking at me and it's like, yo, you want to be DJ Aye Boogie? It's like, all right, well, go be that. Like, they expecting me to show up to this event, turn it up, do this, do that. And it's like, yo, people forget, you still got to show up and do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to be in the spot. Like, everybody want that shine. Everybody want to hit the game winner. But it's like, yo, when you get past the ball, when there's 3 seconds left on the clock to hit the game shot, are you going to hit it?
Or are you going to
carry?
Or
you going to fold? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bryce Harper just said it, bro. Everybody dream for the 3-2 count in the World Series on the line. You going to hit the home run or you going to strike out?
Yeah, can you really do it? So, you think you're ready for this pressure. You ain't really ready for it.
I feel you.
Well, listen, I want to talk a little bit more about your accomplishments, but we're going to get into this food.
Oh, okay.
I know everybody hungry.
For sure.
I know I'm hungry. I ain't eat all day. So, listen, this your boy Smooth.
She got Ep Grand.
We got Aye Boogie with us, and we about to get into this food. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite?
Yes, sir.
Ah, chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and it is my favorite part of the show. It is time to get into that food. And today's chef, we have Chef D with us.
Yes, I'm Chef D, the owner and executive chef of Chef D's Gourmet Catering Company. This is my beautiful wife, my sous chef, my partner in crime, Chef V.
How you doing?
Chef D and V.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, it's amazing to have y'all. And y'all killing them right now.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm speechless. I literally lost words for a second because I'm like, I need a spectacular word. I need something with like 5 syllables. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm flabbergasted.
Thank you.
This is crazy. Are these flowers edible?
Yes, they are. Everything on here is edible, except for the outside of the pineapple. You don't want to do that to yourself, but.
Tell us what we got right now. Break this down for us.
This right here is one of my favorite dishes because it's a fun dish. No matter where you at, you bite into it, you on vacation. Mm-hmm. So what we have here is, there's a lot of Rasta pastas. This is Chef D's signature Rasta pasta. So we do a flame grilled honey jerk chicken breast. We stuff that with roasted red peppers, grilled pineapples. We pair that with penne pasta and our creamy jerk Alfredo sauce. We got some edible flowers, microgreens, cilantro, fresh pineapple. We use them premium gold pineapples too. So a lot of flavor packed in there.
To it, like.
Yeah, we use a lot of traditional seasonings, spices, herbs, ginger. Ground. Listen, I'm not gonna give my recipes away, but listen, you gonna taste it. If you got a crazy palate, you gonna appreciate this right here. Yeah.
All right, listen, this looks amazing. Let the people know how they can contact you, get in touch with you, so they can get them some of this amazing
Most definitely.
pasta as well.
So you can hit us up 267-225-7625. You can follow us on IG. That's chef.dea. Facebook, same thing. www.chefds.com. We open, we ready, we here. Whether it be a wedding in Hawaii, a brunch in Vegas, we do it all.
They do it all. Listen, and when I tell you it looks amazing, in a few seconds I'm gonna tell y'all just how it tastes, but I already know what it's gonna be.
And one thing about Chef D's is we always gonna give you your flowers.
For sure, for sure, that's what we here.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all coming through, bringing this lovely food. Listen, you already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, Chef D, Chef V. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your Ep Grand.
And we right back at it. We still got DJ Aye Boogie with us.
Stop.
Listen, we got this banging meal. Chef D, he came over here and he just dropped it on us, man. He was like, blam! Look at what we got now. So we about to dive in. You know, that's the only thing we can do right now.
It's like a Aye Boogie party for real.
You know what I'm saying?
This is. I like it though.
Like you said, it's a vacation on the plate. Like I feel like I'm in Jamaica somewhere right now.
Like, seriously.
You know?
I'm gonna get fancy and just drizzle a little lime juice over my chicken. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Chef D would be proud of me for that.
Fancy.
Yeah, he acting
Hold
up.
up, let me see.
You know what I mean?
Oh, and the meat is just so tender. Wow.
Nah, you going right for the
got to go
the
right
bottom of the pineapple?
all up in there. And the pineapple give it like this little sweetness.
It's sweet. I love it.
At the bottom, that thing hitting.
And spicy, sweet and spicy.
That don't hit.
It's doing what it's supposed to.
I didn't expect the knife to cut through the meat so easy. Wow.
Listen, everybody can't master the sweet and savory, that sweet and spicy. That's a thin line right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might overdo the sweet, too much heat. This thing perfect. It's right on the money. Right on the money. And I was
Appreciate
intimidated
that,
with the jerk though. The jerk was intimidating. I'm like, damn, that drink might be a little spicy.
You see Chef D, tell him I'm feeling this one.
Yeah.
My family gonna eat good tonight. We going, all three of us going.
Y'all gotta get tuned in with Chef D. Y'all gotta get y'all some. But let's back to this interview. You know, I'm gonna be a little focused on this food too, cause it's called my name still. Yeah, you know, put them skills to use.
Yes,
so
sir.
you just was on tour,
Yes,
Big
sir.
Life tour with Moray.
Yes.
How was that?
The Big Life tour, it was interesting, man. You know, shout out to Moray, my dog, my brother, Kevin Gates, DJ Chose, Honcho. Got a chance to really build with 3 personalities. You know what I mean? 3 different styles of music. And aside from like all the, you know, the viral videos of, you know, what it's like being on tour with Kevin Gates, you know what I'm saying? It really was a dope experience.
Dick all in the stomach?
Oh man.
Oh my God.
You can imagine the first show, I didn't even know that was about to happen, man.
It
was
went
just,
crazy.
I'm just right there, just listening. And you know, every artist got their niche on how they, you know, going to introduce the next song,
Right.
you know, but his crowd is like, the moment he, you know, open his mouth, the moment he unbutton a shirt or something, it's going crazy. So he just got real personal, just real, like, I got this little ritual I just do, you know, before. And as soon as you hear I got this little ritual, like all of us just walk out, you know, we be like, all right, that's
Oh my
for
God.
them, that's for them. The thing that was always funny was like his head of security got to stand there while he doing this show at the show. So it's just like, just to see the reaction from the crowd and everything. It was dope, but a lot of what I learned from the tour was just, like I said, like, you know, discipline, humility, because off stage, off performing, that's really like who he is. Like his crew, like everybody know their role, everybody play their part, everybody do what they supposed to. You ain't really hear nobody complaining, nobody saying like that ain't my job or that like whatever you ask for, they try to do their best to, you know what I mean?
Teamwork make the dream work.
Teamwork make the dream work for sure.
Especially if you got the right team. I feel like that's one of the hardest things, man. It's like making sure you got the right team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like we get a lot of compliments when people come over here to Cook'N Up because, you know, our team's amazing. Everybody do what they're supposed to
For
do.
sure.
Go above and beyond, you know. Everybody wear multiple hats. Everybody know how to do every job. But I feel like that was always like one of those key things. It's just finding the right people. Because if you ain't got the right people, man, you bound to drown. You know what I'm saying? Everybody paddling on the left, y'all going in a circle.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Of the Temptations.
Yeah, you get one of those situations and it's bad. But so how many tours have you ever been on? You know, throughout your DJ
I've been on
experience?
3. I've been on 3 legit tours. You know, I've done like spot gigs here and there, but legit, I've toured like 3 times. I've done a European tour. I've done a Big Life tour with Kevin Gates and an off-season tour with J. Cole.
Well, that's hard. How was the J. Cole experience?
Total different, you know, total different from Gates. Not saying one is better than the other, but it's like
Yeah, 2 different type of artists.
J. Cole tour was my first tour, you know, and that was like, you know, some of these cities I've never even been to. So to actually, you know, your first time being in Boston, or better yet, your first time in Chicago, you at the United Center. And I'm looking at the wall like, did Jordan walk these hallways? And they like, yeah.
That's
I'm
crazy.
looking at the pictures, the signs. They got a signature in the walls, and I'm like this hallway, like this is where he walked. They like, yeah, the last 3 championships right here. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean?
The
And my
energy
first
in
time
that
in
alone.
Chicago,
Yeah.
I'm standing in front of 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, Cole was real genuine. You know what I mean? He was real genuine. He was real, like, you know, on point. He was real. He taught us like professionalism within the, you know, the workplace. He, I think just even learning, you know, from somebody that reached that level of celebrity to still be involved in every single thing that's going on, bro. I'm talking about, you know, we got 7 trucks, 7 18-wheelers, you know, worth of production. So it's just like every city we going to is about 7 trucks worth of production just setting up. And he literally, J. Cole was sitting in his auditorium where the Bulls play, the Celtics play, where the Sixers play, any major sports team, he did all the arenas. And he would make sure every single light was on point. Before the show started, lights is on point, all right, bet, sound is on point, PAX is working, ear is working, make sure the house security know everything. Then he would disappear, you know what I mean? But if you care about your craft that much, you want to make sure, like, yo, I spent all this money on my show, I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I learned, you know what I mean? Like, he was an artist that was real hands-on. And then sometimes there's artists that's kind of like, my team got it.
They just let them do it.
They let it rock out, you know?
Yeah. And Cole, one of them type dudes, like, he produce, he do everything. So it's like, you know, he does everything himself when it comes to his music. So you can imagine how hands-on he is with a tour. And I seen a little bit of it when he, I forget what the name of the album was, the one where he was sitting on top of the house.
Forest Hills, yeah.
Yeah, and they showed the whole experience of him pretty much just going over the whole set and making sure everything was right.
Yeah.
But I tell people, like, I'm in this mode where you gotta really be that protective over what you're doing in your dream, because it's your dream. So if something go wrong on that stage, you can't blame nobody but you if you didn't go check it. You can blame somebody, but end of the day, it don't fuck up nothing but your set. You know what I mean?
Right.
It messes up the whole experience you're trying to give to your fans. So it's like, you really truly have to care that much about what it is.
For sure.
If that's your passion.
I mean, just not even, I don't even know if we're going to use it as a segue because I don't know what questions you're going to ask, but just speaking about like the level of professionalism people should take with their craft is just like a whole nother, we could spend a whole nother podcast, you know,
talking about
just
that.
Discussing that, because it's like I said earlier, like, no matter if you on tour, right? That's one of the things, like by the time you get through like the first, 10 cities, you like, oh my God, man, I'm doing the same thing, city to city, doing the same thing. And one thing you gotta remember is like, yo, these people in this city never seen you. Like, they've been waiting, you know what I mean? Like, they've been waiting for months. When the tickets went on sale, they bought them. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter that you done did the same thing 10 times. You done said dick all in her stomach 80 times already, and it went viral. Everybody know it's coming. Everybody know you gonna say it, but it's like, they still wanna hear it. You know what I mean? They still want you to perform. So it's like with professionalism and just like craftsmanship and really like owning what it is you do. It's like, that was one thing I learned from being on tours is like, yo, you gotta show up, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what your gig is, if I'm supposed to be in a hole in the wall or I'm supposed to be at a festival, like whatever it is, take time, go meet the light engineers. You know what I'm saying? The dudes that when I drop a certain song, I want the lights to go crazy. Yeah. They don't know if I don't go talk to them, they don't know.
Exactly.
So I learned that, like, yo, go make friends with the stagehands, make friends with the production, the stage manager, make friends with the house engineer, who run in front of house, who running this. So it's like, before I get to a show, I'm just walking around. I'm meeting house security. Because when I move during the show, they the ones that's going to give me the most, you know what I'm saying? The people that came with me on tour know me. They ain't worried about me. It's the random city.
Who you?
Who you? Where your credentials? What's this? So I take time. Like, yo, I appreciate that, OG. Thank you, man. Yo, what's your name? Oh, my name Boog. All right, yeah, I'm going to be doing a set for this and that. When I do my set, yo, I like to do drop-ins, drop-outs, da-da-da-da. Yo, who running the packs? All right, yeah, I like a little reverb, I already know what I need, but I'm not relying on somebody else to go deliver that information.
Right.
That's more so what I'm saying. So it's like, if I gotta answer your question, it's like, I learned that from being with, Murray, you know what I'm saying? Being with Cole or running with different tours. It's like, yo, make sure your stuff is in order. Because when, like you said, when you on stage, them fans don't know that the lights were supposed to go black at a certain time. They don't know that they're supposed to come up if you raise your hand, or
they gonna roast you and blame you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about like taking your craft serious, knowing what your vision is, and then, executing, according to that vision.
So when you go to these places, let's say you booked or you Vanity, whatever it may be,
right?
Do you have a process that you like to go through? What gets you in your zone when you about to perform and do your thing?
I was explaining off camera, like, one of the things that I like to do, my degree is in education. I went to Temple University, so I'm always learning. Y'all ain't gotta eat just because I'm eating. This is actually good though.
I mean, so when you see somebody else, you like, man, I'm hungry too.
Shout out to Chef D again, man. I don't know if we plugged that enough, but one of the things that I like to do is just take time to, like I said, learn the venue, learn the crowd, and then secondly, I like to actually go watch. So there's a lot of times that I go to an event, and whether you DJ Aye Boogie, whether you J. Cole or Murray or whatever, it's like, yo, take time to learn like how you do crowd interaction. You know, I guess a quick example is, you can make the mistake like going to a city and saying the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, you go to New Orleans and it's like New Orleans, and everybody looking at you like, yo, that ain't us. That ain't what we say. It's New Orleans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that if you in the back.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Or something as simple as like, being in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might say tri-state as opposed to saying Philly, because it's gonna be Jersey people there, it's gonna be Delaware people. So if you make some noise if you're from Philly and you see half the crowd only open their mouth, it's like, dang. But if you sit out there and you like, dang, Cole ain't say welcome to Philly, he said tri-state, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Or but you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Just little things being that just help you, you know what I mean?
Being attentive and really putting effort to understand the situation that you in right now.
Right.
And I think that probably help a lot of people, because I definitely wouldn't had even thought about how intricate it can get. You in a different city, they got different lingos, different, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, especially Philly, they get offended fast. You know, let you say the wrong thing and
for no reason.
Boy, boo, your whole joint, they get you off stage fast.
You be in DC, right? If you don't say DMV, you just say DC, and it's like people from Virginia and Maryland there. Like, they may or may not turn up with you, but if you say, yo, shout out to the DMV, now
they gonna show love.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody can feel like it.
The whole energy could change.
It's little things like that help you, like, before the show go on, like, yeah, some cities you gonna just chill in the background. Some cities you gonna just chill in the dressing room and just, you don't feel like it. We human. But it's like I was explaining earlier, I'm like, I might not never be in Alabama again. Why not go out there and go see
and
what
give them the
people
time of
in
their
Alabama
life?
Look like?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out there and I see what the opening DJ did, I ain't gonna make those same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna do the same thing that he did, because I took time to say, all right, see what the people is dancing to. I see what the house music that they playing in between sets. Oh, all right, they put this station on. So, you know what I mean? Like, you in New Orleans, like, all right, well, am I in New Orleans? Do they play Young Boy or are they playing Kevin Gates? Are they playing Young Blue or are they playing? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, who are they playing? Who they listening to? So, I guess answering your question is, like, for me, it's all about just studying and learning. Like, you know, if I got a chance to be in a different city, I'm gonna learn as much as I can for as long as I'm there. You see what I mean?
Dope.
Like, whether it's the food, whether it's the clubs they go to, the music they listen to, how do people talk, what's the slang term, what do they, you know what I mean?
Right,
like any and everything. As much as I could gather,
You're gonna figure it
I'm
out.
gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It helped me to maneuver.
So what do you feel like is the hardest part of like getting used to be like traveling, DJing, and being on tour?
The hardest part to get used to?
Yeah.
It's probably like the behind the scenes stuff that people don't see.
Okay.
That's living out a suitcase, you know what I mean, for months. Finding places to like pack, store, you know, you gotta put your dirty laundry in a certain place, you know, you gotta be able to, you know, basically keep yourself up as if you're not on the road.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's there's a lot of times, like, depending on what type of tour you on or what type of traveling you on, it's like, yo, sometimes you in hotels that accommodate you to what you know, expect. And then sometimes you in hotels that's kind of like, you know, this all I got. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you in cities where it's like everything's shut down at 7 o'clock. And you know, you used to being in Atlanta, Philly,
The
DC.
after hours.
You used to after hour, used to somewhere you could get a comfort meal, you know, shout out to Chef D again. It's like, but you just looking for you're just looking for opportunities to live at a certain level that, you know, you like to live at, and every city doesn't offer that. So that's one of the things that you kind of got to get in your mind. Like, yo, I ain't home. You know, like that was one of the things from my homies on tour that was from Atlanta. It's like they realized quick, like, yeah, you spoiled in Atlanta, bro. You can't smoke weed in every club that you go to. You can't stand on the couch in every club. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect to get a meal at 2 a.m. You know, some places just ain't got it. They just ain't there. So that was like the adjustment for me, was just like, you know, realizing like every day you wake up, it's gonna be something different. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a new people, a new set of people, new slang, new way to move. You know, some cities more dangerous than others, you know what I mean? So that was one of the things that I think I picked up on traveling the most.
Do you have a favorite city?
It just depends on in terms what we talking about. Favorite city to perform, favorite city to go out, favorite city to just be out in the culture.
Well, let's say overall period, like if the most memorable, every time somebody mentioned you working on the road, this city pop up like, man, I had the time of my life when I was here.
I probably had like the most all around fun in like Boston and Arizona. Like all around fun.
Arizona.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Scottsdale, Arizona. It was Phoenix, Arizona. I'm sorry. Phoenix was lit.
Okay.
I enjoy, you know, and it's realistically, I guess the way I can explain it is like, those are the two cities that I ain't gonna say like got something to prove, but it's like, you you know, with Boston, it was like, yo, you had Tom Brady for all them years. You had the Celtics for all them years. So they just used to coming out in large crowds and cheering.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter if you are the headliner, you're not the headliner, you direct support, opener, whatever. It's just, yo, put your hands in the air if you like something. And everybody doing
They
it.
doing it.
But no problem. You know what I mean? The same way with Houston. I mean, not Houston, Arizona. Phoenix is, you know, you out there, like it might be a more diverse crowd, so it might be a more Latino, more Hispanic, you know, but for the most part, it's like they want to see what you got going on too, you know what I mean? So I enjoyed that. So those are my probably best cities to perform, and overall, like I really enjoyed it. I would also throw in like a couple of like overseas cities too, though.
Overseas.
Like European.
Like the one, okay, like Europe.
Like Brussels was my favorite. I fell off stage in Brussels. That was funny.
Oh my God.
But that was because it just was too lit.
Just too lit.
And
Just
too
going
much
all the way
energy.
up.
You just, you know, they don't speak English, but they just got so much love for the American culture, you know. So
Right.
it was like being in a setting where like everybody's speaking French. Really, probably don't know what you saying, but you know what I mean.
When
They
they
feel
just
the
just,
vibing
love.
out.
You
they
feel
just
the
know,
love.
yeah. You just feel the love. You know what I mean.
That's
You
a vibe.
performing a new song. They don't even know. I know y'all don't know it because I
Right.
don't even
I don't
know all
know.
the lyrics. You know what I mean. But they. You know what I mean? And you just like, how can I take this to the next level? You jump
Right.
up on your DJ rig, and I'm like, yup, I'm here now. I'm up.
That's a good feeling.
Man.
And that joint just went down.
I went to go jump on the hype part of the song, and it was just like you forget like how much higher you really are. Like
Yeah.
I'm already on stage, but then I'm on a riser too on top of the stage, and then it's like the smoke and. You can't even see the ground. I remember just jumping like, yo, I know this joint. I know the ground is here somewhere, but
Oh
it
my
just
kept
God.
falling.
I just kept going, and I was just, then out of nowhere, just boom. Then I just hit the ground. I popped back up, and it was funny because like they ain't really like
Oh, you just got right back up.
got right back up. You got to, man.
Kevin fell recently on stage.
Yeah.
He slipped and fell. You just jumped right back up.
Got to, man.
Oh, yeah, I
You
did
can't-
see that.
I ain't gonna say you can front it and play it off like it ain't. You know what I
Like it
mean? Like it
ain't.
ain't supposed to happen or whatever. But it's just like, yo, it happens. I'm human.
Yeah.
I was way too turned for y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was just
Something had to bring you down a little bit.
Something had to say, hey, yo,
You're pushing it now.
you're going a little too crazy, bro. But
But where
out
was
there.
Brussels at?
Brussels is right next to Brussels in Belgium.
Okay.
Belgium. So it's right next to like Switzerland.
Oh,
like,
you
in
be
that-
all
that's
over. You
dope.
really be
Yeah.
outside.
Right? And then he tried coming all humble, like,
Nah,
Yeah.
it is, bro. It is,
I'll be
man.
around. Nah, you global. You global.
Yeah,
my brother. You
period.
global. Like you take that
That was
DJ
fun.
thing to
Thanks,
a whole new
man.
level. And then you partner with Hennessy.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
Fire.
They actually found me. Like
They
it was
just
like,
found
one day, you know what I mean? One of my friends that was working in the spirit industry was like, yo, I think you'll be dope for this role. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, Team Hennessy. I was like, what is that?
No,
You know?
I seen you was posting that like in 2012. Like, were you Team
I
Hennessy
was,
back then?
no, I wasn't Team Hennessy back then. The person that was in the role was kind of like just recognizing me as somebody that they needed to, you know what I mean, put some
Right.
energy on or like put some.
So when
whatever
did this
behind it.
become official?
2019 for me. It was
Oh,
official.
so I seen posts where you was repping Henny
Yeah.
way back then.
That was
Speaking
really
into
like what I
existence.
like. I don't really
Yeah.
drink, but if I drink, that would be
You Team
you know
Henny.
my choice of
See,
drink.
that's
You
we
spoke that
always
shit into existence.
we always talk about manifestation, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like even on here I talk shit about revolt and anything like that. It's like really that's crazy how
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking. I'm like I know for a fact because you can tell the level of promotion changed.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying at around 2019. So back then you pushing it wasn't even affiliated with it, and now here we
Yeah,
are.
it wasn't. It was
It
like
came to fruition.
yeah, it was like different things that they had going on. It was like Hennessy day parties, Hennessy. Sneaker events. It was like Hennessy little mixers. So whatever it was, like my homies would just put me on as the DJ.
Okay.
And it was just like, all right, cool. Like I'm rocking with the Henny Day Party today.
And then they made you part of the team.
And yeah, gradually it just became like, once that's thing that this company like put out there, like, yo, we need representation in major cities. We need people that can really like foster and carry the brand in major cities. It's something no different if you get like a Fashion Nova deal or a Pretty Little Thing deal or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. It's like, they came and was like, yo, this is what we need, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody to, curate dope situations, make sure that, in Philly, we always are at the forefront of what's going on. Like, the pulse of the culture, keep our finger on it. Like, we the fingerprint of Philly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much what any brand is going to do. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when that opportunity came, I'm like, all right, you
Yeah,
know,
why not?
Let's rock. And then December 19, I'm going. I'm Henny. I'm Team Henny. And
That's
then
crazy.
2020 coming. The world like, yeah, chill for a second.
Shut down.
Shut down. You know what I mean?
So it happened like right before the shutdown and everything.
Right before the pandemic, I was on. Right before.
It's so many things people was worried. Like every time we talking to people, they was at like the prime of their career, and then like the COVID hit and put a halt to everything.
Yeah.
Had everybody scared. Like, damn, we never going back outside.
Yeah,
like
I
I don't think I ever, even imagined the world just stopping. You know what I mean?
Nobody probably thought it would happen.
I stood probably at I was at 40th or 38th and Market. And it was like, yo, you could just see from 38th and Market all the way to City Hall, bro. Just no cars, no people, no nothing. I'm just like, yo, how did they get the world to stop?
Just shut it
I think that was the first time I realized, like, yo, they could do whatever they want.
Whatever.
Bro.
Powerful.
Some real shit.
Because you definitely be like, man, they can't shut the world down. How you gonna shut the world down?
All them movies that you watch, man, them ideas came from somewhere.
And that shit be real.
And they put it in the movies so we won't take it
down.
serious. Yeah.
Test it out. Crazy. Yeah, what if we shut it down with a world? Let me stop. Cause you never know. They be done flagged this interview. Let's get back on topic,
Oh my
man.
God, that is hilarious. Well, listen, I always like to ask somebody that's like an expert in their, in their lane. I would definitely say that you are an expert when it comes to DJing or being a master of ceremony, period. 30 seconds. If there's a young boy out there, he want to DJ, he want to become the next Aye Boogie. Break down what it takes, beginning to end, to potentially get yourself on all the right stages in front of all the right people.
Work ethic and networking.
Straight like that.
Straight. You know what I'm saying? It was a time where I was dealing with I was mentally just being comfortable in the fact that, Philly slowed down in the cold months. Like mentally me starting was just like, yo, all right, I ain't gonna make no money from, you know what I mean? Or not make no money, but I ain't really gonna be popping as much as I might be popping from, October to May. You know what I'm saying? Because it just get cold. So people don't be outside, people not partying, people not spending money.
I thought that's when people did party.
I mean, not in Philly. It didn't seem like it at the time. You know what I mean? Or it just was just like, yo, day parties. Put it like this: you able to do day parties, you able to do night parties, brunches, or whatever in the summertime. Come wintertime, it's like you gotta fight through the elements, the snow, the rain. It's cold. People don't want to come outside. They get darker.
Kids in school, and now they gotta.
So I was like, yo, I ain't gonna, that was just something that I just, you know what I mean? And I said it to somebody once. It was like he was a very higher up, and he was like, yo, that it ain't slowing down for everybody. Like, why you thinking you just gonna get comfortable just not making money for 6-7 months? That's cool with you? Like, how was that cool? And I was just like, yo, you know what? You're right. He was like, so what is slow down in Philly? It ain't slow down in Vegas. It ain't slow down in New York. It ain't slow down in Miami. But I'm in Philly. All right.
Get on the plane.
So, I don't understand what we're really talking about. Like, and it was literally that much like of a conversation. I was just like, damn. You know what I mean?
That's
like in my mind,
sometimes.
it really just didn't. I was cool with just understanding, like, yo, I
was
just
putting
might
yourself
not
in a
make money.
box.
He was like, yo, like I don't understand why you just being cool with the fact of just not making money. Like that don't even make sense to me.
That's
so
crazy.
That was that, and then networking is just like, being from Philly, you got to get out of that mindset of not really wanting to talk. Like one of the lesson that taught me that was meeting Esco, Future DJ. I was in Magic City. My god brother was like, yo, introduce yourself. I'm like, no, nigga. Like what? You done flew 2 hours down here to Miami. You done paid to get in the club. We done rented a car, drove to the club. You right here. Introduce yourself. And I'm just like, man, I ain't being Joe. I ain't being this and that. Typical Philly mentality. And I had a BlackBerry. He's like, give me your BlackBerry, bro. Typed on there, my name DJ Aye Boogie from Philly. Just wanted to say what's up. He's like, show this to him. I'm all embarrassed. I'm like, man. He's like, man, just show it to him. I take it. I just put my head down and hold it up to the roof like this.
Crying.
He's like, man, come up real quick. I come up, end up being DJ Esco. He gave me Future first mixtape, Dirty Sprite 1. First drum. You know what I'm saying? Who knew Future was gonna be what Future is now? Right. But it was like, at that moment, it was just like, yo, take this joint up to Philly, see if they rock with it. His first song was Racks on Racks. That joint, Racks on Racks on Racks, went crazy. Everybody was like, yo, Bug, you played that joint, So then they just, you know what I mean? One after another, yo, you was the DJ that broke Racks on Racks, right? Yeah. And you know what I mean? Had no idea I was meeting DJ Esco, coolest DJ in the world.
All from an interaction that you didn't even want to
networking,
be part
bro.
of.
I ain't even want to go up there. I'm like, yo, you go to Magic City just because we just grow up learning about Magic City.
Right.
I ain't know nothing. I'm in Magic City on a Monday. I'm content. This is all I
This is
needed.
all I wanted.
All I wanted was to just say I was there, and it was like, yo, once you here, like, yo, open your mouth.
Yeah.
Network.
Especially there.
Talk
That's
to
where
people.
everybody
This-
be at. Same
and that
place
was
that
that,
made
so.
Jeezy.
Networking and work ethic, man. You gotta want it more than air. It's somebody out there that's willing to die before they give up on their dream.
You gotta want it bad. You gotta want it.
That was my two, you know. If I could answer, yo, work ethic and networking, bro. Don't let nobody outwork you, and don't be afraid to open your mouth and introduce yourself.
Listen, I appreciate
Love
that.
that.
Do you have anything special going on that you want to tell the people about to look out for coming up?
Nah, it's just a whole lot of motion, man. I ain't
you
gonna
outside.
pinpoint one thing. You
You
know,
like Waldo. They just gotta find you. You know what I mean?
just stay tuned,
You never
man.
know where Boogie might be at.
It's one of those, like, I can't say, like, it's a lot moving in terms of, like, you know, Hennessy. I'm sponsored by Moet too, so it's like with the Hennessy, with the Moet, with the deal with the Sixers, with DJing, with touring. My personal goal is to get into producing, and you know, you was listening to the Khaled album when I heard God did, and I'm like, yo, Jay-Z still shouting out Guru. Gray hair,
Right, from all the way back then.
50 years plus in the game. It's like, yeah, I got
Get into
what I
it.
say earlier, this cool vibe, this dope dressing, cool, trendy, whatever, it's going to fade. So you're going to have to have something that's going to keep you relevant in the game. And at this point, it's like, yo, for Guru to still be engineering Jay-Z, whenever he feel like rapping, come on, bro.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I seen you
gotta
put
get on
out
that.
songs with Feast too.
Oh, yeah,
So it's like,
yeah,
so
Feast my dog.
you touching
I
along
did,
those lines.
I did.
You
We
broke
was
the barrier a
producing
little
back
bit,
in the-
yeah. So
we was
you
producing
just
back
want to
in
get
the-
all the way back into it.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
deep into it.
Just balancing, you know what I'm saying? Balancing family, balancing work, balancing, you know, new things that you want to try. It's just balance. That's all.
That's
so
the
I'm
key
just,
to it all.
I'm in that space right now where it's like, yo, managing so many different things and just trying to make it still all cohesive and work, you know, for me.
You've been working it and doing it good so far, my brother.
Appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you coming
I
down.
enjoyed the time, you know?
Listen, I'm gonna always be watching, see how much further you take it.
Oh, yeah. Cooking, y'all gonna be with me
We
somewhere?
tapped in,
We
we
gonna put
tapped
some
in.
in.
Listen, exactly. Come back, tap in with us. That's all. We have another meal. Might tell Chef D, come on back through one more time.
Nah, he's sliding. I know he's sliding.
He's lying. Listen, it's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Evergreen, y'all.
We got DJ Aye Boogie.
Boy, stop.
It's Cooking Up 215, the best podcast in Philly, and we out of here. Let's go.